About 10% of people choose to be business owners, which means 90% look at what you signed up for and say, absolutely not. Unstable income, no guaranteed paycheck, everyone depending on you, no ceiling, but also no floor. And you said, I'll take it. You looked at uncertainty and volunteered. You signed up for pressure most people actively avoid. And here's the part nobody really says out loud. You did it on purpose. You chose fluctuating income. You chose responsibility that never shuts off. You chose being the one who answers when something breaks. You chose being the emotional shock absorber for employees, clients, vendors, and probably your own family. Most people want security. You wanted the wheel. And if that hits a little too close, good. Now, let's make this even more uncomfortable. The word entrepreneur comes from the French verb entreprendre or something. I probably butchered it, but I really don't care, which means to undertake. And the economist Richard Cantillon described an entrepreneur as someone who buys at a certain price and sells at an uncertain one. Let that sink in. So certain payroll, certain rent, certain software subscriptions, certain taxes, certain insurance, certain loan payments, uncertain revenue. That is the literal job description. This isn't burnout. This isn't bad luck. This isn't the algorithm being mean to you. This is historically what you signed up for. And most people do not have the nervous system for that. If your chest tightens when payroll is coming and receivables are late, that is not weakness. That is you living the original definition of entrepreneur: fixed cost, uncertain returns. Now, here's where most business owners screw this up. They try to solve uncertainty with more branding. They try to solve cash flow pressure with logo redesigns. They try to solve payroll anxiety with content that gets likes instead of conversations. And then they wonder why nothing changes. Let me say this clearly. You do not have a marketing problem. You have an activity problem. Most of you are addicted to vanity marketing because it feels productive without risking rejection. Posting is safe. Cold outreach is not. Designing a new website is safe. Calling someone who might ignore you is not. Talking about your mission is safe. Asking for the order is not. You do not reduce uncertainty by hoping. You reduce uncertainty with income-producing activities, IPAs, not busy work, not rebranding, not tweaking your bio, IPAs. Conversations, follow-ups, offers, ask. If Richard were alive today, he would not tell you to improve your color palette. He would tell you to increase your certainty by increasing your outreach. This is why I push 10 outreaches a day minimum. I don't care if that makes people uncomfortable. 10 touches every day, no excuses. Text, email, voice memo, past client, referral partner, warm lead you forgot about. You are sitting on more opportunity than you think, but you are acting like a content creator instead of a closer. You say you want stability, but stability in entrepreneurship does not come from predictability. It comes from pipeline, and pipeline comes from IPAs. Let me give you a simple framework. Every single day, you should ask yourself one question. What did I do today that directly creates revenue? Not what did I post, not what did I design, not what did I think about. What did I do that forces the market to respond? Here is your practical structure. First, start with your current client base. You already paid to acquire them. Pull out your phone. Scroll through the last 30 clients. Text 5 of them. Not a newsletter, not a mass email, a real message. Hey, we have not talked in a while. What are you working on this quarter? That is it. Second, follow up on open conversations. If you have proposals sitting in inboxes, your job is not to wait politely. Your job is to close loops. Fast and frequent follow-up wins. Most deals die from neglect, not rejection. Third, initiate new outreach. 10 a day minimum. That is 50 a week, 200 a month. You cannot tell me you have no opportunity. If you are not doing 10 a day, be honest. You are choosing comfort over control, and that is fine. Just do not complain about uncertainty while avoiding the activity that reduces it. Now let's talk about self-belief, because this is the part that looks borderline delusional from the outside. You make decisions without perfect data. You commit before it's uncomfortable. You move while other people are still asking for permission. That makes people uneasy. And once you bet publicly, you cannot go back to playing small. You cannot unsee what you are capable of. You cannot unknow that you would rather own the outcome than be protected from it. That is why going back to a job feels suffocating for some of you. Not because jobs are bad, but because you have tasted agency. Agency is addictive. but it demands discipline. This is where $0 sales comes in. Sales over vanity marketing, conversations over content, revenue over applause. If you have 1 hour a day, use it for IPAs, 10 outreaches, follow ups, ask, not tweaking your Canva template. Marketing or sales tip of the week. Here it is. If you want to instantly increase revenue without spending money, implement a 7-day follow up rule. Every open opportunity must move every 7 days. If it does not move, you touch it. If they ghost you, you touch it. They said next quarter, you calendar it and you touch it. Silence is not a no. Silence is usually distraction, and most business owners are too polite to persist. Polite does not pay payroll. Consistent does. You said you wanted the wheel, so drive. Stop waiting for clarity. Build it through volume, through discipline, through uncomfortable conversations. And if you need structure around that, that is why I built $0 sales system. Because most of you do not lack intelligence, you lack accountability to do the right activities. My digital product breaks this down step by step. 10 a day, tracking, follow-up structure, scripts. If you want deeper accountability, that is what one-on-one coaching is for, not motivation, implementation. Because here's the harsh line. The market does not reward potential. It rewards execution. And right now, there is a massive separation happening. Real entrepreneurs are leaning into uncertainty. Wanterpreneurs are waiting for the perfect moment. Real entrepreneurs are increasing outreach when things get tight. Wanterpreneurs are redesigning their logo again. Real entrepreneurs understand that fixed cost and uncertain returns are not a flaw in the system. They are the system. You chose this on purpose. So the next time your chest tightens before payroll, remember something. In the 1700s, the definition was already written. Buy at a certain price, sell at an uncertain one. Certain payroll, uncertain revenue. This is not chaos. This is entrepreneurship. The question is not whether it is unstable. The question is whether you are built for it. And if you are, prove it. 10 outreaches tomorrow. No excuses.